What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your Tuesday Night Delight. Your boy Hobo here with your SmackDown Live review live from Green Bay, Wisconsin. We start off with Dean Ambrose getting some sort of reprimandation from a police officer or security guard or something along those lines. Then James Ellsworth comes to thank Dean Ambrose. He says he wishes to return the favor tonight, but then they cut to commercial during the middle of the segment. And then as soon as they come back from commercial, Bray Wyatt is on his way to the ring, and he has a no disqualification match with Kane. Mid-match, Harper arrives, and of course it turns into practically a handicap match from there on in, until Randy Orton comes out a little bit later on. He begins to even the odds by staring down Luke Harper, and then he drops Kane with an RKO. Yes, so Randy Orton drops Kane with an RKO. The man that he seemed to be working with for quite some time, he dropped with an RKO. Bray Wyatt pins Kane after that for the win, and Renee Young interviews a returning Becky Lynch in the ring next. Alexa cuts her off immediately. Alexa, in my opinion, Alexa could very well be one of the best overall superstars on the roster. She's great in the ring. She has that it factor, as some would say. She's great on the mic. Her facial expressions are fantastic. She can tell stories in the ring. She's got to be one of the best, maybe top 5 in that entire company, all around. I mean, people I'd put ahead of her, maybe Kevin Owens, Jericho, Seth Rollins, and notice how they're all on Raw. AJ Styles, there you go, that's another SmackDown guy. But let's get back to this here. Alexa starts a brawl by punching Becky Lynch in the face. Becky fights back, Alexa gains the upper hand, and then knocks her out, grabs some spray paint, and spray paints some yellow stripe down her back. JBL, for some reason, made a big deal about this. I don't know why. I don't know what it means to have a yellow stripe down your back. But, sure. Awesome. The Ascension comes out to face the Hype Bros. The winner of this match will go to Survivor Series in the tag team match. The loser will not go to Survivor Series in the elimination match. And the Hype Bros pick up the win. So they get Randy Orton backstage. He says, in regards to his actions earlier, if you can't beat him, join him. So Randy Orton is pretty much saying that he's a member of the Wyatt family now. So cool. I really don't care until next week when I find out exactly what happens and what is going to happen within the Wyatt family group, which will be interesting, to say the least. So then Nikki Bella and Natalya have a match. The winner of the match is the captain for the women's team at Survivor Series. The loser will not make the team, will not be at Survivor Series. So Nikki makes Natalya tap with the STF, and they're making a big deal out of it. They were like, oh man, she learned something from John Cena, and I was like, cool, I don't care. And then Carmella attacks Nikki Bella from behind, and I'm getting sick and tired of this Carmella character where she just attacks Nikki from behind. It's not entertaining, just kind of annoying at this point. Give her something meaningful to do, please, because this is really boring me to tears. The Miz with Maurice come out. Or actually, The Miz with Maurice and the Spear Squad come out. The quotable line of the night goes to The Miz by saying, quote, Day 16 of the Dolph Ziggler Intercontinental Championship Burial Tour, unquote. That's a legendary line, and hopefully he continues saying that every week on TV, because it's true. The longer that jobber holds the title, the more the title will get buried. My opinion, but it's still true. Jobber then interrupts. The Beauty and the Man Beast arrive. The Beauty and the Man Beast, Rhino, agrees to defend the Tag Team Championships against the Spear Squad right here, right now. Beauty and the Man Beast retain, so that was cool. James Ellsworth himself asks Dean for the opportunity to give him his help to repay him, as it looked like he was trying to do at the beginning of the show. So they did that again, pretty much. And Dean Ambrose reluctantly agrees. So then AJ Styles comes out for the number 1 contenders match. Well, for Dean Ambrose it is. If Dean wins, he's the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. And you all might be thinking, oh, so we all know how this is going to end. I mean, Ambrose is going to win, and he's going to become the number 1 contender, and then they're going to fight at Survivor Series or somewhere down the line. Maybe the show in November in Glasgow where they have the women's title on the line, and then they can just go all out and have the world title match then too. But nope, not what happens. AJ ends up attacking James Ellsworth on the outside. AJ gets back in, he gets thrown out again a little bit later, and then Ellsworth recovers. He's all fired up, and then he hits no chin music on AJ Styles, and the referee is looking at Ellsworth, and Ambrose is looking at Ellsworth, and Ambrose is like, "Oh my God, you did not just do what I thought you just did," and then the referee disqualifies Dean Ambrose. So there you have it. AJ Styles wins via disqualification, which means that Dean Ambrose is not the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. And AJ walks up the ramp. James Ellsworth is actually crying as he makes his way up the ramp. Like actually crying. It was an awesome scene. There was like one visible tear that just kind of dropped from his face when they had the camera on him in a close-up, and it was legendary. So, yeah, that's SmackDown. I'm going to say this is a good show. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. No, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It was a good show. Much more entertaining overall than Raw. It's a lot easier to sit through 2 hours than 3, I tell you what. It makes it easier every Monday, though, when football's on, and I can entertain myself while watching football and wrestling. Tonight, luckily, I had the Knicks season opener. We lost, sadly, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but yeah, whatever. I still had something to watch in case wrestling was boring me to tears, which it really didn't tonight. So good job, SmackDown. And that's going to do it for my review. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, drop a comment down below, leave a like, do all that fun stuff. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because that is the #1 way to help the channel. So that's going to do it for me, your boy Hobo, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.